Today, I am taking what I hope and believe will be a historic step in reforming the federal government by announcing the formation of a National Performance Review. Our goal is to make the entire federal government both less expensive and more efficient, and to change the culture of our national bureaucracy away from complacency and entitlement toward initiative and empowerment. We intend to redesign, to reinvent, to reinvigorate the entire national government. Working under the direction of the Vice President for the next 6 months, we'll conduct an intensive national review of every single government agency and service. We'll enlist citizens and government workers and leaders from the private sector in a search not only for ways to cut wasteful spending, but also for ways to improve services to our citizens and to make our government work better. I'll ask every member of our cabinet to assign their best people to this project, managers, auditors, and frontline workers as well. And to put the M back in the OMB, I've asked Phil Lader, who is to my far left, the new Deputy Director for Management at OMB, and a person who has spent his life solving difficult and challenging management and people problems, to take the lead in making our government work better, not only during this 6-month period, but permanently for as long as I am President. We will turn first to federal employees for help. They know better than anyone else how to do their jobs, if someone will simply ask them and reward them for wanting to do it better. We'll ask the public to help us improve services and cut waste by calling an 800 number or by writing to the Vice President, because no one deserves a bigger say in the services government provides than government's customers, the American people. We'll look for ways to streamline our own organizations, to reduce unnecessary layers, and to improve services through better uses of technology, by giving managers more flexibility and by giving frontline workers more decision-making power. Just as we're trying to do that in the White House, we will try to do that throughout the national government. Finally, let me stress that this performance review, as I said at the beginning, is not about politics. Programs passed by both Democratic presidents and Republican presidents, voted on by members of Congress of both parties, and supported by the American people at the time, are being undermined by an inefficient and outdated bureaucracy and by our huge debt. For too long, the basic functioning of the government has gone unexamined. We want to make improving the way government does business a permanent part of how government works, regardless of which party is in power. It isn't written anywhere that government can't be thrifty or flexible or entrepreneurial. Increasingly, most government is, and it is time the federal government follow the example set by the most innovative state and local leaders, and by the many huge private sector companies that have had to go through the same sort of searching re-examination over the last decade. Companies that have downsized and streamlined and become more customer friendly, and as a result, have had much, much more success. In short, it's time our government adjusted to the real world, tightened its belt, managed its affairs in the context of an economy that is information-based, rapidly changing, and puts a premium on speed and function and service, not rules and regulations.